Hello everybody, today I'm going to be showing you how to make this really cool spinning vanity table stand. It's really cheap to make. Most of the supplies are picked up from a charity shop, or you can just use old ones that you've got around your house. It's really quick and easy, so let's get going. The first thing I've done was collected 2 candlestick holders, about 3 inches tall, but it depends how much of a gap you want between them. Then I collected 3 plates. I used one of them as a dish because I thought it would be good at holding things in. And then just made sure they were 3 different sizes so you could stack them. Then I went outside and used some gold spray paint. Obviously you can use whatever colour you want. And I just sprayed them all completely, making sure I covered every bit. Make sure you do this in a well ventilated area because the paint does smell really strong. Let them completely dry and then turn them over and spray the bottom. Try and be a bit more patient than me because mine was still a bit tacky and they have got a few fingerprints on them now. It's okay because I covered them, but if you would like them to be perfect, just give them some time to dry. I did have to spray the candlesticks again and stand them up because I missed a few bits by lying them down. Like I said, you want to let them completely dry before you start working with them. The directions on your paint can will tell you how long you need to wait. So while my plates were drying, I came inside and I made my spinning device for the bottom of my makeup stand. I just found a small plate and drew around it twice onto a piece of A3 foam board. You want to make sure your plate that you choose is big enough to support the bottom plate of your stand. Next, I just used an X-Acto knife to cut out both my circles. You want to really try and keep them as round as possible. And then you should have 2 plates that are pretty much exactly the same size. Now you're going to need to get a Lazy Susan bearing. Now I got this from Amazon for like £3. It's about the size of my palm and works perfectly for what I need it to. Then you just want to place it in the middle of your bottom circle. Then we're going to glue that down with a glue gun and then we're going to glue the other circle on top. If you're really worried about this being 100% straight, you might want to use a ruler to measure where it needs to go beforehand, because obviously once you've stuck it down with a glue gun, it's not coming off. Mine wasn't exactly perfect, but once I stuck my plates on, it didn't show too much. If you find that the foam board is quite rough, you can go around the edge and smoothen it off with a nail file. Right, now it's time to stick your stand together. Now, as I said before, if you want it to be 100% perfect, you might want to measure it out so you know where to place them, but I wasn't too worried, so I just went for it. And again, just use a glue gun, put a circle around my bottom plate, and then stuck it onto my spinning mechanism thing that I've made. So I just followed that system. I went with my biggest plate, then I stuck a candlestick down, then my next plate, then another candlestick, and then my top plate. You can see the fingerprints on my plates here, but it's fine because I'm going to show you how I covered them. You can see that I've done absolutely no measuring here and I've just used my eyes to judge it, so it didn't come out too bad considering. I don't really know what happened here, but I just had to take the glue off and do it again because it didn't stick. Now it is a lot more even than it actually looks in this picture, I promise. Now I'm just going to show you how I covered up some of those fingerprints and just made it look a little bit more shabby chic and unique. So I just used these scraps of fabric that I bought on Amazon. I got a pack of about 50 for like £5. And I literally have just placed them on my stand and stuck them down with some Mod Podge. I would suggest maybe putting the Mod Podge just on the fabric because you can see it when it dries, but I don't mind too much. Sticking over the edge of this dish was quite tricky and I really did have to make sure I put quite a bit of Mod Podge on the back. Then I just placed some more fabric on different places, again covering my fingerprints and just laying it where I thought it would look cool. I also got some cool little craft buttons on Amazon again for like £1 for like 20, and just stuck them all over just to add a little bit more design to it. I stuck some on the top, and then I think I stuck a couple on the bottom. Then I just let it dry. You can see it's not 100% perfect, but it doesn't look too bad, and you can't really tell it's not straight. So here is the finished product, guys. I just used it to store some nail varnishes, some nail files, some lip balms, some hand cream, just little things that look messy when they're just lying on your desk. So if you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up and a like and a subscribe and all those kind of things. And I've got another video coming soon, so enjoy, and I'll see you later.